The President of the United States holds a used car sale in front of the White House. I told you guys yesterday that Leon was desperate. Leon was desperate because this whole Tesla thing, he's getting exposed. You know what it is? It's a Ponzi scheme. He's cooking the books in order to get subsidies. That's what he's doing. And now everybody's selling off his stock, and he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know. Nobody wants to buy his cars anymore. I mean, and he wants. They're like scratching their heads why people don't want to buy the cars anymore. Motherfucker, if you wouldn't be doing one of these, they'd like you a little more. If you wouldn't be taking veterans jobs, they'd like you a little more. Huh? If you'd look into your own waste, fraud, and abuse with those janky-ass rockets falling out of the sky, maybe they'd like you a little more. But, hey, doofball, they hate you. They hate you. And you think Stinky's going to save your janky-ass car dealership? Not going to happen. Not going to happen. But, you know, I like to talk about the things that the media doesn't like to talk about. Like, for example, the child abuse in those videos, you know? He had his little kid, which I've nicknamed Blotchy McFartstain, okay? Because he's a blotch. He's a blotch, right? You notice how that's child abuse. That's child abuse to run that kid out there. It's terrible. It's terrible. Oh, Blotchy's like picking his nose and hanging on his father's kneecap and shit like that. It's awful. But what I like about that, though, is that Stinky has to babysit him. That's right. Trump has to sit there and babysit that kid as much because he hates kids. Can't stand him. Has no use for him, right? But it's Elon's kid. Therefore, he has to tolerate him. Remember, like in the Oval Office, Blotch Blotch shushed him. I guarantee you that Stinky despises that kid. Can't stand him. Can't stand him. But the thing is that, see, that weak, pathetic old man has to sit there and tolerate him. That's right. Yeah. Because he's bought and paid for by Leon. That's right. That's right. So, can you imagine the meeting between those two? Hey, my business is faltering. You got to do something. Yeah, Leon, I'll go out and sell a couple of cars for you. And then another observation I made, right? Stinky is so jealous of Joe Biden. He is jealous of him because Joe Biden used to look fly as hell driving around in his Corvette. That's right. Yeah. And Stinky knows that he can't drive. He doesn't know how to drive. And he'll never learn. He's at the age, right, where they took his license away from him before he ever got one. That's right. That's right. Because if you notice in those clips, right, Stinky gets in the car and says, "Everything is computer," and then his jaw just drops. Everything's computer. As if he doesn't know that's what he didn't know that dashboards look that way these days. Didn't know that. He didn't know. And then he goes on and he says, "I'd like to see Biden get in this car." Man, he'll get in that car and do donuts in that parking lot, you idiot. And you know it. And you know it because you're jealous of him. That's right. That's right. Yeah. And then he gets out of the car, right? And then you see he's got his belt all the way up to his sternum. He had the old man belt going, you know? And it's pathetic because down here in Palm Beach, everybody knows that he swears that he's Hugh Hefner. He swears it, but he's not. He's not. People, the people down here, they don't laugh with him. They laugh at him. And that's something he hasn't figured out yet. That's right. I mean, just think of this. Look at it from the drone's view, man. This dude did an advertisement for a car dealership, man, in the parking lot of the goddamn White House, bro. You know, and then the CEO of General Motors, he says, "Holy shit, Tesla's the most subsidized car manufacturer, right? And on top of that, it's getting free advertisement. Well, it's not free, you know, because we pay for it, from the White House." And he goes, "What's next?" I go, I'll tell you what. You keep on bowing to this asshole, right? And you're going to lose it all. That's right. So they asked him, "Hey, are you going to put a 50% tariff on Canada and whatever, and the aluminum and all that shit?" And, I'll let you know. Yeah. That's because they got in contact with Ford over there in Canada, right? And he told them, "Hey, man, you want to do that? We'll finish caving in the markets. How about that?" He goes, "Yeah, well, I appreciate his call." He didn't call you. You called him because you're shitting yourself. That's right. So I'm going to play you these clips, right? Because it's like the press gaggle or whatever the hell they call them, they're pathetic. They don't know how to ask this asshole questions, or they're afraid to ask him questions. But while the economy burns, right? This was what he should ask him. While the economy burns, what do you say to people that say, while the economy burns, you're sitting here selling janky cars, right? You know, it's inquiring minds want to know, you know? Anyway, check out these clips and tell me that this isn't the most pathetic thing that you've ever seen. Right up until the next time he does something pathetic. But anyway, check this out. Roll it. Listen to this stupid shit.
We start the hour how we do many 4 o'clock hours with President Trump doing something.
Yeah, he's doing something, all right. He's babysitting Blotchy McFartstain over there. And selling janky cars.
Minutes ago, he was outside the White House with Elon Musk and Teslas.
Hey, don't leave out the Blotch. That's what I call Elon's kid, Blotch. Blotchy McFartstain. Continue.
Let's listen in.
In the United States, there is no place anywhere in the world that looks like that. It's Mr. President, it's on Greenland. And then if you add Greenland, that's even. That's crazy. Okay? What are you doing?
Ew, look at those teeth. Ew. He looks like a grouper.
I'm going to look at this. I'm going to make a decision. Do you want to hear what my decision is? Okay. What's your best of these cars? What do you think?
What's your best of these cars? Holy shit. This is pathetic.
The car that I drive is the Model S.
Which is that one?
It's a red one in the middle.
I like that.
Yeah. It's 0 to 60 miles an hour in 2 seconds. It's faster than a Ferrari.
Nah, it's not faster than a Ferrari. Sorry. They just had a Ferrari convention here. Ferrari goes like 0 to 120 in less than 5 seconds, man.
I don't know if my people can handle it. They're going to be using it. I'm not allowed to use it.
Why not?
That's a fast one.
He can't. Stinky, you can't drive.
For the 50%, is that going to go into effect on Canada or not?
Which one?
The 50% tariffs?
I'll let you know about it.
Hey, wait, you punking out already?
But I appreciated his call. I thought it was nice.
You're bald, Stinky.
Whoa.
Look at that bald spot.
Get in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tesla?
You want my notes?
Yeah.
They gave me notes. I said, I'm not biting underneath them.
You can't fucking read, you imbecile.
Let me get it.
What a pathetic old man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is corruption at its finest. Stinky, forget about the whole corruption and selling shit and all that. No. The president of the United States is babysitting a kid, right? That's not even his. I guarantee you, between what he had to spend out there with Blotch, that's what I call the kid, Blotch, and what he spent with Blotch in the Oval Office, that's more time than he spent with his real kids combined ever.
Have you ever sat
Let me get it.
on one of these? On the Tesla?
You want my notes?
Yeah.
They gave me notes. I said, I'm not biting underneath them.
I figured.
Let me get into this sec. I'll watch Secret Service go crazy. Thank you.
You actually drove it around there.
You can't drive. You can't drive. Sleepy Joe used to drive cars all the time. You just can't drive. You're pathetic. Stinky gets to play Mario Andretti.
This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer.
Saying it was the best press briefing in all of history.
Mr. Griffin, you're not speaking to President Trump. That's a butternut squash.
Vroom, vroom. I am Stinky, Lord of the Roads.
You don't want me to drive it, do you?
No, I want you to drive it. I want you to drive it. I will buy one if you test drive it. I'll buy one.
You're the only one that saw it.
It's like driving.
Vroom, vroom. He swears he's a playboy. Yeah, he sure can. And he would drive it. You're pathetic. You can't drive. Look at that goddamn. Look at that. He has his belt around his fucking sternum. Old man pants. Stinky, you left a stain in that seat.
Mr. Griffin talks about some of the violence that's been going on around the country. That dealerships, some say they should be labeled domestic terrorists.
I will do that. I'll do it.
Oh, you mean like his January 6th idiots?
Stop them. Don't catch anybody doing it because they're harming a great American company. You know,
No, they're not. That's garbage.
I stuck up for the NFL. I stuck up for a lot of American
What do you mean you stuck up for the NFL? What are you talking about, you asshole?
companies and other companies, but American companies. I did
The NFL wanted no part of you, for the record.
a very big favor for the NFL. I do favors for all of
What did you do for the NFL? You didn't do a goddamn thing for the NFL, you asshole.
When you heard an American company, especially a company like this, supplies so many jobs.
Bullshit. Bullshit. That shit is subsidized to the max. Way more than any of the big three. Way more. And you're sitting there trying to sell janky-ass cars for him. You're a fucking used car salesman. All you gotta do is be like that wind tunnel going blub, 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 blub all over the place.
When you do that, those people are going to go through a big problem when we catch them. And we get a lot of cameras up. We already know who some of them are. We're going to catch them. And they're big guys.
This guy looks like a turkey with his fucking neck on.
They're the same guys that screw around with our schools and universities.
What are you talking about? That stew around with the schools and universities?
The same garbage. And we're going to catch them.
Yeah, that you mean January 6th idiots? Yeah.
And let me tell you, you do it to Tesla and you do it to any company. We're going to catch you and you're going to...
No, just Tesla.
You're going to go through hell.
No, just Tesla. Goddamn Stinky, you have old man eyebrows.
Well, I have a round table to make in a little while. I just consider this much more important because I want to buy one of these. My whole set is...
What for? You can't drive. Look, they tell this motherfucker that he has caused a recession. And listen to this fucking old man diatribe he goes into.
Very happy.
Mr. President, your comments the other day not ruling out a potential recession seem to rattle the stock markets. The Commerce Secretary said it wouldn't be one.
Just so you know.
Just specifically on the recession.
Yeah.
Do you
I
think
this
there will be a
country-
recession?
I don't see it at all.
What do you mean you don't see it at all? Yeah, because you can't read.
This country's gonna boom.
Nope. Nope.
But as I said, I can do it the easy way or the hard way. The hard way to do it is exactly what I'm doing, but the results are going to be 20 times greater.
Why?
Mr. President, you had...
And remember, Trump is always right.
The price of eggs, the price of everything is going down on day one. You fucking sack of shit, you.
And what do you say when
When you look at what I've said over the last 10 years, Trump has been right. This is the way to do it. We're going to make America great again.
How? How?
You know, to make it great, you have to have jobs, you have to have factories, you have to have... I look
And you ain't doing anything for none of those things.
some of the things that, like his last administration, he was the worst president
Nope. Nope.
in history of our country.
Nope. You're rated last.
Nothing was happening. Nothing. He had no idea what was going on. Our country went to hell.
Nonsense. Nonsense. The Inflation Reduction Act, Chips and Science Act, the PACT Act, all kinds of stuff was going on. Infrastructure.
And then to allow millions of people to come in that are prisoners.
Nonsense. Nonsense. You notice how nobody's talking about that anymore? Because it's bullshit.
Mental institutions.
Nonsense. It's bullshit.
Patients.
Nonsense, you freak.
All of the things that are gang members, drug lords.
Nonsense. Nonsense. By the way, I guarantee you, that diaper has to have a serious odor going to it right now.
We're searching them all down now, trying to get them out of our country.
Nonsense. Nonsense.
And we're going to do that.
Nonsense. What? By going to the schools and taking the kids out of there, you fucking prick?
But on the financial end and the economic end, what we're doing is, to me, it's the most exciting. Our country will be greater than ever before. Won't take too long.
And what's your message to Americans right now, sir, who are worried about the stock market? What's your message to them as they watch it?
Yeah, what's your message to the stock? Yeah. You see how he doesn't answer these questions? Yeah, right.
We did buy one of these.
Who gives a fuck whether you bought a car or not? You fucking pathetic prick. You're destroying the markets. Who cares about your janky ass cars?
Look, in terms of imagination, I think I have a great imagination. Who else but this guy would design this and everybody on the road is looking at it?
Because it looks like a goddamn floating garbage can.
It's amazing, actually. As soon as I saw it, I said, that is the coolest design.
You want to impress me, Stinky? You want to impress me? Drive it around.
Do you agree with that, Brian? I mean,
This is an idiot.
it's amazing.
Very cool. Yeah.
You got to give him credit.
It's what's the future look like? The future, and it's kind of what kind of truck would Blade Runner drive? So,
Who gives a fuck what Blade Runner would drive? I want to see him drive one.
that's the design idea.
Hey, by the way, where's Blotch at? I miss him. Where's Blotchy McSnotrocket at? Oh, shit.
It's really amazing.
It's a piece of shit, Stinky, and you know it.
So much,
Uh-huh.
you may even get tired of winning, and you say,
Uh-huh.
please,
Uh-huh.
it's too much winning.
Uh-huh.
We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't.
All this wood.
We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win.
But folks, stop.
You tired of Trump's stupidity already? Show him how you really feel. Check this out. Get your merch now.